Africa is home to the world's largest variety of big game species, and many make a strong case as to why they deserve to be classified as glamour game. One such creature roams the savanna and Miambo woodlands of the Central African Republic. Lord Derby's eland is not only one of Africa's most striking species. The hunt for this great wanderer of the savanna can be one of the most physically taxing hunts in all of Africa. The Central Africa Republic is home to not only the Derby eland, but a number of other challenging species, each of which offer exciting hunts in their own right. Join Trijicon's president, Stephen Bindon, as he pursues Africa's most majestic member of the spiral horns, with a few surprises added along the way. We are headed to Old Africa, following the tracks of a living treasure, Lord Derby's eland, as we open the pages of Trijicon's World of Sports Afield.
Trijicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trijicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, Accurate, Deadly, Dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Voight Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere. The Wild Sheep Foundation. And by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927.
Here in the northern central part of Central African Republic, used to be part of the old French Equatorial Africa. And it's a wonderful hunting area, unique in that it has a mixture of savanna and gallery forest. So it's unusual in that it has a mixture of both forest and savanna animals. Here, the Central African Republic has a few species that are unavailable or select to it in that they're subspecies, Sing Sing waterbuck being one of them. Western cob is here and in Cameroon, but they specifically localized to these two countries pretty much. And we also have giant eland, and generally of very, very good quality. And as I said, in the forest next to it we have populations of red forest hog, bongo, blue duiker and red flanked duiker.
Stephen Bindon had arrived in February, a prime month to hunt Derby eland. With the rut in full swing, the herds would attract mature bulls. In a large herd of females, it's common for several big bulls to be in or around a herd. A much easier hunt than tracking lone bulls through thick cover. In addition, the bulls are wearing their full winter coat. The black neck on a rutting bull denotes both age and breeding intentions, and many hunters consider it every bit as important as horn length when a trophy is bagged. The hunt for Derby eland is sometimes one of Africa's most demanding chases. The heat can be intense, especially later in the season. Blisters will be your companion as you sweat through your socks, as will be the ever-present swarm of sweat bees that fight for the moisture dripping off your face. This is a hunt that will test you, both mentally and physically. Yet if you stay with it, and find yourself finally kneeling down beside this striking creature, you will have earned one of the Dark Continent's most coveted trophies. Now that Stephen was settled into camp and his rifle was checked, the long-awaited date with Lord Derby's beautiful eland was at hand, when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns. The hunting tradition, brought to you by Dallas Safari Club.
I'm Diana Rupp, Editor-in-Chief of Sports Afield magazine, with this week's installment of The Hunting Tradition. In colonial days, Namibia was a German protectorate known as German Southwest Africa. After World War I, South Africa was given a mandate to administer the territory, which continued until Namibia officially became independent in 1991. In recent years, Namibia has become one of the most popular destinations for safari hunters. In 2007, Namibia hosted more than 6,000 international safari hunters, which makes it the second most popular hunting country in Africa after South Africa. Namibia has a wide variety of plains game, including some that aren't found anywhere else, such as the mountain zebra and the Damara dik-dik. And it's one of the few places where you can hunt all of the big five. It's a beautiful country of great contrasts with sand dunes and deserts, sweeping semi-desert plains, rugged mountains, and even forests and swamps in the far northeast. You can learn more about the hunting tradition in every issue of Sports Afield magazine and at sportsafield.com.
Natural salt licks are game magnets wherever they're found, and each morning PH Andrew Wilkinson would visit these remote areas in hopes of finding tracks of a big bull that had visited it in pre-dawn hours. A great majority of successful hunts for Derby eland started with a visit to a salt lick.
Track of a single bull here somewhere. Just do a perimeter search quickly. See, there's a single bull here. Walked out, came over there, probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, we hope. And he's on top of the buffalo track, and he's heading north. I think the wind's good as well today. It's very, very quiet, so we'll be a lot better off than we were yesterday.
Eland is a classic tracking hunt. These huge antelope leave deep tracks where they pass, and a large herd can be followed at speed by experienced trackers. But not all the sign is on the forest floor. Eland, both bulls and cows, use their horns to twist and break branches to get at tender leaves normally out of their reach. The signs of a big herd browsing can often look more like elephant sign than you would associate with eland. This track was of a lone bull, which was feeding as he wandered through the brush. The sign was quite fresh, so Andy and Stephen slowed down in hopes of seeing the eland before it became aware of their presence. Never an easy job with these animals. A fickle breeze alerted the bull of danger, and although only a quick look was taken, it revealed a younger animal that was not up to the standard this area could produce. The hunt for Lord Derby's eland continues when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
There's a run on the plain just on the other side of the river here. We're going to do a sneak along the edge of the forest and see whether we can get a crack at him. Okay.
The Western Roan is second only to the Derby eland as a trophy in the CAR. This handsome antelope is often found in herds, but older bulls often are found alone. It's much easier to approach a single animal who does not have the early warning system that multiple eyes, noses, and ears of a big herd provides. The bull was feeding on the other side of a large clearing, and there was a handy screen of bush that would serve as cover as the team got into position for the shot. Stephen had a roan very near the top of his list on this safari, and this great bull provided an opportunity he had long looked forward to.
Just wait for him to stand here. When you get a clear shot, just take your time. Okay, just take your time.
Roan are tough animals with an aggressive personality when wounded. The shot on roan had better be on target, or a long follow-up will be a harsh and unwanted reality. Stephen's shot had quite literally dropped the bull in his tracks, a rare outcome with this solidly built antelope. Roan are impressive animals by any standard, and this bull was an excellent specimen, with long, heavily ridged horns indicating a fully mature bull. Stephen Bindon had every reason to be proud as he got a close look at the fine trophy he had taken. This grand bull was the type all hunters had come to the CAR in search of, but only a lucky few will connect with. With the ice now broken with the trophy roan, the mood was light as the quest for Stephen's eland continued. On the way to check out a salt lick, the hunters caught an enormous break as they ran into a breeding herd with the very same destination in mind. Finding eland, even with a big bull present, is one thing. Getting a clear shot at a trophy bull is quite another. Eland are always on the move, making a good shot difficult, especially in heavy cover.
We were watching the whole herd come down into the salt lick, and we saw two very nice bulls. We got ourselves set up on a shooting lane, which we hoped he would step into, but as luck will have it, you need it in hunting, whether it stops there or not. We got some good footage of them passing through the lane, but they never stopped long enough to get a decent shot.
Trijicon Stephen Bindon is closing in on a dream. Our hunt continues when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns. And now, Inside the Hunt, brought to you by Hornady. Today's hunter, especially those who travel to multiple destinations in search of big game, have to be ready to master a wide range of conditions and shooting challenges. Just as no one caliber can handle every hunting situation, no one scope will be the right choice for every hunt. Today's hunter has an unprecedented number of scope styles, reticle designs, and power options to choose from. For years, Trijicon has been providing brilliant aiming solutions to hunters, and their diverse lineup of scopes and shooting optics are found in game fields the world over. For close encounters with dangerous game such as Cape buffalo and elephant, to long-range challenges in mountainous terrain where long-range accuracy is essential, Trijicon has a scope to fit the job.
When I went back to get the car, I bumped into a small group of them just on the edge, about 4 or 5, and they've come round and run off. The herd's gone in that direction, and this one bull's on his own. He's run around here. He was trying to get back into the herd, and he bumped into our wind here as we were following him there. Now he's run off down like that. And so we're going to just try and follow him, but he'll try and get back into the herd.
We set up a slightly different system where 3 trackers go out in front, 1 watching and 2 tracking, and then another one is probably about 50-60 yards behind, and then us at the back. That allows us to make a bit more noise and whatever, and so that way once the trackers in front have seen the eland, they get down and motion to us and tell the tracker behind him that they've seen them, and then we have the chance to sneak up and all the effort can be made for that last little final approach.
Sure enough, the sharp eyes of the lead tracker caught the lone bull trying to sneak back into the herd. Now it was a matter of extreme caution as Stephen got into position for a shot at one of Africa's most treasured prizes.
We've been third full day of real tracking. The first day we got, after one that didn't go very far and it got our wind and we left it, but after 7 hours yesterday and 5 hours the day before, we spent about a couple of hours getting up a nice big herd that we watched going out of a salt lick. This morning about 60 of them, and we caught this nice old bull at the back. He's a wonderful specimen in that he's groomed off. He's very, very old. He's got a fantastic winter neck, which is one of the major features of giant eland hunting. If you're lucky enough to get one in late January, February and March, early March, they have some wonderful winter neck. That black hair on the neck will fall out eventually. And we had a difficult shot. Steve shot him on the front shoulder going forwards and he took off, but he was not well by any stretch of the imagination. And we finally caught up on him probably after about 150 meters, and he was going away from us, and we had to put a few more extra rounds in to anchor the guy. But congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, especially on my second shot when he was running away, I was able to use the green triangle and the Trijicon acupoint to put that one of those anchoring shots in.
Yep, since fast shooting was required, he was trotting out of the picture, and as you can see from the brush behind here, there's not many clear areas through which you can get a clear shot into an animal, so it requires some precision aiming. Well done.
Beautiful animal.
ride back to camp was a happy one, as the great prize had finally come to bag after a beautifully executed stalk. The taking of a Lord Derby eland is a dream most safari hunters will never experience. Yet Stephen had accepted the challenge and had now realized one of safari's greatest achievements. Before his CAR safari was finished, several other prizes came to bag. This remote land supports several unique species of game, all of which are challenging hunts in their own right and worthy of the time and sweat invested in them. For some of the success of a safari is measured by experiences. To others, it's measured in inches. Either way, for Stephen Bindon, this safari had been a true success. Trijicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trijicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, accurate, deadly, dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Boyd Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere, the Wild Sheep Foundation, and by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927. Closed captioning by Les Chameaux, available at orbis.com/Les Chameaux.